Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ready to go now from Lucas Oil Stadium as Adam Vinatieri boots it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Bortles to the former Jet Safarian-Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down.
Here we go. Hey, spread right. Snap. All good. 77. Hey, hold it.
Hand off to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And a short gain down to about the 33. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
380.
On third and long, it's Bortles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll fake it. Now Love. Rolling to his right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run, and I love what they're doing. Plugging up everything inside, hard to make way, and then they can run to the perimeter and shut you down that way as well.
They'll run again here with Turbin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's got Moncrief. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar 1st down. Bortles now on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Leonard Fournette takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Al Woods in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They begin the drive with Turbin. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
53.
And again, it's Turbin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Lucy.
This is Fournette, and this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Locke. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now T.J. Yeldon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun.
From the 50, it's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Luck now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Luck on 3rd down. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Off of play action, Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
39, Lucy.
On second down, here's Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Bortles out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They start on the ground here with Turner. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Gun.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Alert! 11.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Luck now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Margus Hunt able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw, Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Yeah, this is taken at the 23. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
12.
Now Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Fournette. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Green,
on 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Jaguars, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Franchise. Franchise.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Cluster right.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
90, 380. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Here we go.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That's taken on the 25. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me. Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
They go play action here on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Wait.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So out come the Chargers. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
12. Set. 380. Keep it skinny. Yeah, rock it. Right there. 56.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Gordon on 1st down, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll be a second down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run now with Ware. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Move it up, fellas. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And for Washington Husky, it's Dante Pettis. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down.
Load it! Load it! Good! Delta! Left!
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
The first down throw here for Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
White! Red Delta! Red Delta! 5-4.
Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run again with Ware. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards.
Hey, Delta!
Off the bootleg. Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On play action. Now Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception here, Rivers looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up!
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Corey Legion, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Good. 180. Go orange. Orange.
To throw, Rivers. Flushed out right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They run it with McKinnon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. This man's been a fan favorite in the Bay Area for a while. First with Stanford, now with San Fran.
The number 3 pick out of Stanford last season. His versatility is the key to his success. Whether he's playing defensive tackle, defensive end, line him up over the nose in passing situations, usually uses his quickness to get to the quarterback.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Yeah, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hey, Delta! Hurry up!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Block 15! Behind!
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to fire one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, LA. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's the backup Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 1st and 10, Simeon. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now McKinnon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll fake it. Now Simeon. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
No, Jack, Patriot! Patriot!
From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Simeon now to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 19 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through. Not
only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. For the former Washington Husky, Dante Pettis, touchdown #1 in his career, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Left. White.
1st down, Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just 1 tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here's Desmond King on the return. return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 20. At the 24-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Keep it skinny. Ready. 390. 12.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
McKinnon. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it.